Welcome to the show called Beyond Our Galaxy. On today's show, we are going to be talking about three well-known bodies found in the solar system. The Sun, the Earth, the Moon. We Earthlings live in a big place called the solar system. There are a total of 8 planets in our solar system today. All 8 planets orbit or circle around the star we Earthlings call the Sun. The Sun is 93 million miles from the Earth. Warning: never look directly at the Sun. It could cause permanent eye damage. Our Sun is made up of several layers, from which it begins at the center called the core. This is where the thing is called nuclear fission begins. There are literally millions of hydrogen atoms being turned into helium every second. 8 layers make up the Sun as a whole: the core, the radiation layer, the convection layer, the photosphere layer, the chromosome layer, sunspots, prominence, solar flares, and the corona. The Sun is 865,374 miles big. Our Sun, being a yellow star, can be found on the Herschel-Russell diagram. Here is a picture of that diagram. The absolute magnitude of the Sun is plus 4.83. NASA has sent many space probes to study the Sun up close. Space probes with names like Pioneer 56789 and E, Helios A and E, IC3, Wind, Soho, Ace, Genesis, Stereo A and B, and Solar Orbiter. Here is a space probe. Ulysses was a robotic space probe sent into low Earth orbit to study the Sun and Jupiter. Ulysses was terminated with communication on June 30th, 2009. Here is the solar orbit. It's made up of 3-axis stabilizers. The spacecraft instruments will be on it, in-student measurements and remote sensing observations. A scientist's job is to ask questions and try to solve them. For the solar orbiter here are 3 basic questions the scientists want answers for. 1. How does the sun make and control the heliosphere? 2. How does the solar wind plasma and magnetic field begin in the corona? 3. How does the solar transients operate the heliophoric changes? These are the questions scientists want answers from the solar orbiter. The solar orbiter will be launched in 2017 by ESA and NASA. The last space probe to the sun we are going to talk about is the Genesis. Launched in August of 2000. The purpose of Genesis space probe was to study the sun and the inner planets of our solar system. Here is a picture of Genesis space probe traveling through space. Space probe Genesis ended its mission in 2004. Our sun gives us light and heat every day. Here are some pictures of the sun and its reflections off the clouds to enjoy viewing. We now will be taking a look at everyone's favorite subject in astronomy. Earth. Planet Earth is the 3rd planet from the Sun in our solar system. Planet Earth has a satellite that orbits it called the Moon. Planet Earth is about 93 million miles from the Sun. The population of planet Earth is about 7 billion Earthlings and growing. Even aliens are interested in planet Earth. Computer, can you tell us how we're going to get back to our time and place?
Computer is scanning.
Hurry, computer. We don't want no more red bears trying to attack us.
Affirmative.
Is that all you can say?
Affirmative.
Wouldn't you know it? My emotionless machine has a sense of humor. Okay, smart computer, how do we get out of here?
I will have to use hyperdrive speed to have enough force to get us out of here.
You mean like the way we did to escape the sun's gravity?
That is correct.
Well, let's do it, computer. Time's a-wasting.
Wasting time does not compute. Computer is going into super high drive speed.
And the journey continues. Planet Earth has 4 seasons as it orbits around the sun. Winter, spring, summer, fall. Earth tilts on a 23-degree angle and varies from season to season the way it tilts as it orbits around the sun. The next picture shows you what the Earth does as it orbits the sun. Think about this for a moment. Earth orbits one way around the sun as it completes its seasons. What do you think would happen if all of a sudden Earth stopped orbiting the sun the way it does and started to orbit backwards? Perhaps these following things would be the scenario on Earth as seen in the next few pictures. But for now, planet Earth has a lot of things it supports here for Earthers to enjoy as we see in the next few pictures. Well, we now come to the last part of today's show. A subject that has always captured the imagination of man ever since the beginning of creation. Indeed, There's a lot of conversations about whether or not strange things happen when a full moon comes out. The Earth has only one moon that orbits around it in a timely manner as well. The moon orbits the Earth and performs what we call phases, like this one in this picture as shown here. The moon's phases are called the following. First quarter, waxing crescent, new. Waning, third quarter, waning gibbous, full, and waxing gibbous. Man himself has been to the moon 10 times and walked on the moon 9 of those 10 times.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
The moon also affects some things on Earth besides emotions. The tidal waves and the oceans and lakes. Well, here's one more interesting question for you Earthlings here watching this show today. What keeps the moon from falling into planet Earth? Well, here are some more awesome pictures of our third most popular subject to us Earthlings to enjoy viewing. galaxy.